Alright, so what I'm trying to find right now is the exact cases I can study us I could use to rebut, you know. If anybody just wanna act dumb and shit and be like, well, sir, in this case for March 10, 1978. So this is something I came across. I typed in negotiable instruments case study, and I came across this shit. I don't know if this is what I exactly need, but we searching. The district's court dismissal of the complaint for failure to state a claim. So this district court, what the fuck is a district court? What's a district? A district court is a type of trial court in the United States federal court system. I remember we read about that shit in the class on the 22. Federal judiciary. Why would they dismiss a trial though? Why the fuck would a district court dismiss a trial? By a district court. Review the court's decision. Carefully review the court's written decision explaining the reasons for the dismissal. The court should provide a clear explanation of the legal basis for the dismissal, whether it was due to procedure issues, lack of jurisdiction, failure to state a claim, or other grounds. Erroneous. What the fuck that mean? You have the right to appeal that decision to the United States Court of Appeals for your circuit. Court of Appeals for your circuit. The appeal process involves submitting a formal notice. What the fuck is higher than the district court? Who is higher than the district court? Is the trial court at the federal level where cases is initially heard, evidence is presented, and decisions is made by federal judges. There is at least one district court in each federal judicial district. Where all the federal judicial districts. Damn, 87. 94, what the fuck? It's only 50 states. But I understand. And the federal court systems present form 94 district level trial courts and 13 courts of appeal sit below this. What the fuck? United States Court of Appeals. So I'm assuming no. They say several is this, but it's only three of them. United Supreme Court. Oh, so it's only first go to in the United States. The federal court hierarchy typically consists of the following. What I mean typically consists of the following, bitch. What it is for sure. Why the fuck typically? United States Supreme Court. The United States Supreme Court is the highest court in the federal judiciary. It has the authority to review and if it chooses, overturn decisions made by the courts of appeal. Decisions from state courts. They involve federal law, constitutional issues, and binding on all lower courts. Initial states courts of appeal, but district court level. There is regional United State Courts of Appeals. There is intermediate appellate courts that review decisions from the district courts. Appellate courts that review decisions from the district. So they just review shit from the district. And what the fuck do Supreme do to the appeal? Overturn decisions made by the courts of appeal. I ain't consulting a fucking attorney. appeal the decision. In many cases, if you believe the district court's decision was erroneous, you have the right to appeal the decision to the United States Courts of Appeals for your circuit. Appeal process involves submitting a formal notice of appeal and presenting your case to the higher court, arguing that the district court made legal errors. Your attorney can guide fuck our attorney. Consider statement of a negotiation. Depending on on the circumstances and the nature of your case, you may want to explore settlement or negotiation with the opposing party. If they dismiss my shit, bitch, I'm sure they wouldn't want to do no settlement. But maybe they would, shit. Cause it's like, alright, bro, y'all, you and the motherfucking district court playing, bitch. So how about I just go to the big dogs? Then they be like, oh, no, you don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that. I don't see them doing that, though. Refile, amend your case. In some situations, the dismissal may be without prejudice, which means you can refile your case or amend your complaint to address the issues that led to this dismissal. Why the fuck wouldn't a appeal work? And why the fuck would I go to the state court? Or no? What's the difference? So state laws, bitch. We don't give a fuck about no state laws. Cause the state laws ain't bigger than federal law, right? Like if y'all saying traffic and shit, traffic violations, like I guess that would be like a speed, like you speeding ticket. Y'all saying that's a violation or some shit. Well, bitch, there ain't no fucking breaking law in federal court. So I'm sure this state court shit is bullshit, maybe. The very court system. Each U.S. state has its own court system with varying levels of courts. Can differ from state to state. Each U.S. state has its own court system with varying levels of court, such as trial courts, appellate courts. Each U.S. state has its own court system with varying levels of courts. So each state got these different courts, okay? Trial courts, appellate courts, and supreme courts. So each state got a supreme court. Appellate courts. They the highest appellate courts. Well, bitch, what about Supreme Court? U.S. Supreme Court is a state supreme. Yes, a state Supreme Court is different than a U.S. state Supreme Court. I'm down a deep rabbit hole because I'm kind of lost. So how many? So what the fuck is the difference between U.S. Supreme Court and District Court? If I can do federal, I thought federal was like the top. Like, bitch, we taking this shit federally. And I don't exactly know what the fuck is jurisdiction. Yo, it's so many jurisdictions. Subject matter jurisdiction. This type of jurisdiction concerns the court's authority to hear cases of a particular subject matter or type. For example, some courts may have jurisdiction over criminal cases, while others have jurisdiction over civil cases. Federal courts have subject matter jurisdiction over cases involving federal law. Federal courts have subject matter jurisdiction over cases involving federal law. So all this negotiable shit, instruments, that's like federal law, right? So the jurisdiction I only need to focus on is subject matter jurisdiction. I'm dealing with consumer credit. Federal and state jurisdiction. Contract law. What's the difference between contract law? What's the other laws I heard that nigga say? Contract and consumer law? Yeah. Credit law? It's negotiable. Alright, I'm just trying to comprehend as much as I can. How many jurisdictions is it? I gotta understand all that court shit. What the fuck? So contract law. No, I think I'm understanding it wrong. Cases of a specific. So yeah, I still need to find this case, bro. Like, we just need to have this shit on backup to be able to have this. You must reverse the district court dismissal of the complaint for the failure to state a claim. Okay. The fact of this case is relatively simple, as this action is an appeal from a motion to dismiss. commitment to purchase your permission, this date and this amount of. Bona fide. What the fuck do bona fide mean? I didn't know that was a word. Hold is that this credit will be duly honored. Purchase the note. What the fuck do that mean? Yeah, I was just getting thrown off by that word purchase. This means to acquire. So this basically by like them not taking the promissory note. What the fuck? So it had to go from one bank to another bank. The Bank of North Carolina, in compliance with all the terms of the letter, tendered the note at its maturity. The Bank of North. So the Bank of North America. The Bank of North Carolina had to go to the Bank of Rock Island. So what? Rock Island must be the federal bank, and Bank of North Carolina must be the fucking I don't know, small bank, little brother, where the CFO at. I don't know. Bruh, I'm trying to find something. I mean, I guess I could use this because what in the end it's gonna say they ended up they ended up purchasing the promissory note. Documentary. It requires a documentary demand for payment. That's the ending, right? Where that shit go? Maybe no harm will befall banks whose orders of typing papers deemed letters of credit. Is deemed letters of credit, but I doubt that the draftsmen of the code had any such instruments in mind when they defined letters of credit. Perhaps even more troubling than the court's substantive result is the manner in which the court arrived at it. The court is reversing the district court judgment on the basis of an argument presented neither below nor on appeal, and that is an unusual practice of this court. Perhaps the court is straining to do what it perceives as equity. If so, it does so in an inequitable manner. Have no doubt that the Bank of Rock Island will be surprised to learn that it has been deprived of judgment on the ground. What the fuck is they talking about, bro? I respectfully dissent. I would characterize Rock Island's instrument. I thought it was North Carolina's instrument as simply a contract to purchase a promissory note containing express conditions preceding and not as a letter of credit. I respectfully dissent. I would characterize Rock Island's instrument as simply a contract to purchase a promissory note containing express conditions preceding and not as a letter of credit. So I don't get it, bruh. Does not authorize Rock Island to issue this instrument, even if it is a letter of credit as defined in the Illinois. So what the fuck they saying, bro? Is they saying yeah or no? Let me just copy this shit and paste that shit. Bitch. Did they accept? Did the court not? What the fuck? Did the court disapprove of the instrument? So what? Is this a losing case, bro? What the fuck? Oh, so I think this is a losing one. What the fuck is Article 5? Bro, is this a losing case? Like, I wish they just, like, I ain't gonna say they ain't saying it, but I don't know, bro. This shit fucking with me.